Hello, 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 welcome back to the continuing adventures of Shadowblade, as he treks through the dungeon. So, I remember how I told you I was gonna sort out my inventory issues before I started, and, well, I kinda sorta started doing that, and, I was getting through it, and then I came across that ornate deck of changes. I was like, oh yeah, the trowel. Let's just go ahead and, use that and see what happens. Well, it put a silver statue right next to my stash, well, not my stash, but where I'd been dumping stuff, and it summoned an allied iron golem, which it has been reacting to by summoning any number of extra enemies. All in all, I gotta say, that's a pretty clever 1-2 to use against the player, and damn, it sucks. Just to give you a brief idea what... the necromutation book is still there. I have to go retrieve it before, I don't know, slimes get summoned and eat it or something horrible, terror bad like that happens. But, I figured if I'm entering combat, I definitely owe you guys to get my video going again. Shit, am I inside the range? I am not? Okay. Let's just blast this thing. If I can't take these guys on right now, then I'm obviously not ready for the Abyss. And since I'm holding the Abyss rune, I obviously am ready for the Abyss. Are you immune to fire or something? Damn devil. Foreign devil. Okay, you, I know you're immune to it. But now I'm gonna whip out the Rod of Warding and evoke Abjuration a couple times for these key enemies. Okay, we got him. That's I guess better than none, right? Switch up my weapon again and just torch you guys. Okay, and we'll just kill the demon straight up. Okay. Now that that's taken care of, we'll kill the offending statue. I don't know enough about silver statues that I can afford to do this without at least looking up some information. Monster, silver statue. Beautiful, malignant, eyes glow, resist elect, poison, fire, cold, immune to hostile. Disintegrate kills it in one shot. Perfect. Grab me that disintegrate one that I threw away a while ago. Where is it? Okay, that might not be the same one, but no, that's the same one. Excellent. Silver statue. Okay, should find me in the Necronomicon. I want to go and secure that soon. Should go down in one shot. Well, that was certainly interesting. I'll give you this. You certainly made my day a little bit more complicated than it had to be. You, sir, are not dying. Maybe I should switch to a... Nope, nope, nope. I'll just poke you until you die. Okay. I want to carry the Book of Necromutation with me, the Necronomicon with me the whole time. I refuse to let that die because I wasn't paying attention. And obviously, hanging on to restore abilities is not a bad idea when you're spamming. Like, as you can see, I hadn't quite finished. I'm carrying these staves with me, even though I'm still wearing the buckler that prevents me from using them. Really, I shouldn't carry the Staff of Energy. For my purposes right now, it's not that useful. And before I enter the Abyss, I would do well to pick up a new stash of food, as well as a Potion of Brilliance, just to protect against future need. And I need to ditch some weight worth of stuff, so we'll ditch a Fog Scroll. Magic Mapping will be useless inside the Abyss. We'll lose a reasonable weight. Oh, I have the Brilliance, good. We'll lose a couple weights worth of potions. Oh, and I'm carrying Minor Magic for any particular reason. Because that... Oh yeah, I was going to forget a spell. All of these are decent candidates for spells to forget, but honestly, at this point, Conjure Flame is probably the forerunner. Or Magic Dart. There are very few situations I need those spells for. Mephitic Cloud technically should be forgotten, but I like keeping it for, stupid reasons. That's a lot of spells. Okay. I think we're Abyss ready, so let's head to the Abyss. How are we doing for weight? 85%, excellent. Oh yeah, the only other thing was this, mutations, not mutations. What do you mean suppressed by changes of form? What is my movement speed? Very quick. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna head to the Abyss. If it just canceled my, regen, that sucks. I almost forgot I was supposed to grab food, right? Let's grab some food. That's not food, that's a morning star. That's food. Are you a Care Bear? I'm an intensive Care Bear. Why does a bear need a crowbar? Oh, I love The Simpsons. Sorry, that was totally unrelated. We're gonna jump into the Abyss. That's not the Abyss. You're not dying. There we go. Abyss. Oh, this is gonna be fantastic. I'm just gonna watch my skills grow constantly this whole time. How am I doing for ID scrolls? I'm kinda low. Grab an extra. Just one. That's fine. Nothing I'll miss if I end up having to leave it behind. Yeah, we're good. In we go. Yeah, it's fine. Wow, that's just a irritating place to start. Our goal is to gain experience. To that end, we are going to be fighting enemies. Rather than avoiding them. And obviously any cash we gain is not like, oh wow, apparently there's a way out already. I tell you, when you don't need to be in the Abyss, it's so easy to escape. And when you do need to be here, it's so hard. I like summon butterflies well enough to hang on to it. It's also just one spell level, so it's not like I gain much by getting rid of it. Man, it's just a matter of time before I get, You know what I should be doing is trying to get a few extra potions of get my shit back because I lost it. Or restore abilities, I believe is the official term for what I just said. The more of those I can have going into Pan, the stronger I'll feel, especially as a lich, where that's just my biggest risk. I gotta remember that I can still use stabbing. Man, I'm so glad last vid went as epically as it did, because, you know, I kept saying, and at this point that's like the end of the stabber. What do you mean the beam is likely to hit me? Are you repelling missiles or something? Or what the hell is M? Bolt of fire. Oh, interesting. Bolts bounce off of these green walls. I did not know that. I did not know that. But yeah, what a great way to go, right? Oh, Potions of Brilliance for the interim are going to be very useful, because having one active is the equivalent of saying you may use Firestorm at will. Mana is your only limitation. And it's not that great a limitation either, all things considered. See, this is where a Conjure Flame would be really helpful. And I basically unmemorized it for no good reason. It wasn't like I needed the spell levels for something else. Of course, I did have a reason, and that was that I can just bolt the fire a couple times, as you saw, to great effect. I'm no longer limited to doing to playing the way that I used to have to play. How's that necromutation looking? It has gone from impossible to possible, which is a pretty big jump. I find that that first 1% takes the most training to reach, and after that it comes much faster for most of these spells. These high-level spells. And let's not forget that my necromancy is only 8. I think that needs to be at least 12, before it'll even let me read the Necronomicon, so we've got more to do after this. Once Ashen's skill transfer finishes up for translocation or transmutation, I might re-enable it for necromancy boost. I'm very satisfied with just how trainable this is turning out to be. I was fully expecting to have to drain my +4 skill to get even a passable amount of transmutation going, but nope, I get to pretty much keep both. I want that really badly, but this imp probably resists fire, so there we go. Potion of Restore abilities gained. Awesome. But yeah, my primary goal for being in the Abyss is to while away the time without losing Ashen's piety while benefiting from his effects. My secondary goal is to get more resources and materials set up for when I eventually move on. Okay, these guys have not yet begun doing Pain Mirror, near as I can tell. They still have not begun doing Pain Mirror, near as I can tell. I still have not begun doing Pain Mirror. God, I'm insulted. What do you think? I'm not going to hurt you again? Alright, that's a kill. What are we dealing with here? Pretty basic stuff. Wake the dead. Burn the living. Wake the dead. And just grab a bunch more potions, apparently. Potions that you pretty much know I'm never going to use. When am I ever going to get around to using this Heal Wounds potion? Unless I happen to have the appropriate health rot while I'm still here in the Abyss. You guys have seen me at low enough health and being like, I'm just going to regenerate instead. Because I only use urgent tools when I'm in an urgent situation, and well, the term urgent really doesn't apply to a character like this half the time. I should probably throw some more points at evocations, just to, since I'm basically relying on it constantly now. But that's less urgent, less of a priority than getting necromutation online for me. Especially now that I have Staff of Channeling, so I can potentially have a more reliable ooh, you're a big boy. Orb of Destruction. And he did manage to get me in Liquid Flame, so we're gonna turn on regen right before I failed my channel. See, this would be where it would be nice to switch to Staff of Channeling, but I'm wearing a buckler that prevents that. I may have to get rid of my fire resist buckler, but if I do that, well, needless to say, when covered in liquid flames, I'm more thankful for the resist to fire than I am for that. I need a better solution. I need better equipment or something that lets me do both at once. It might be time to give up troll leather armor, honestly, and move on to something a bit better. I mean, as nice as it is, I have the actually, regeneration ability is not going to work as a lich, is it? No. You're not allowed to use it for one, and you can't drink, so that reduces your capabilities for sudden restoration. I was going to say, how did my thing go up, but it says it went down, which makes more sense, since I'm transferring skill out of it. Transmutation's at 8. Necromutation is theoretically castable. However, without any form of miscast protection or immunity, I dare not attempt to cast it. Although I suppose I am protected against the biggest necromutation miscast, which is, by my amulet of resist mutation. What else are they going to do? Send me to the Abyss? You guys are trivial to kill. Monster kill. How's that transfer going, by the way? Only 26%, huh? So a long way to go. My understanding is that the more you explore and kill things, the faster the transfer proceeds. Basically, it's linked to markers of progressing through the game. So if you just stand still in a corner and hit it 5 repeatedly, nothing will happen. It'll stay at 0% for a long time. And obviously I don't want to do that. I'd like to speed it up as much as possible. Necromancy leveled up to 9. Excellent. Oh, and that's all without the bonus. With the bonuses, it's even better. I gotta remember that. Sounds like my food is actually done cooking. I should probably look to be closing this rather than running it, but I can't help myself. Let's finish it. Okay, so continuing with getting transmutations and necromutations online. Obviously, these low EXP creatures are actually, I'm curious, how helpful are they? 27%? Kill Nuftefbus? 27%. Wraith and Nuftefbus, still 27. Yeah, it's barely even making an impact. Your goddamn fucking mutations. How I hate you. At some point, I was leached off my intelligence, so I actually have... What are you... Oh, that's caps lock. So I actually have a significant intelligence drain right now, which probably is putting spell hunger on my level 6s. Yeah, but very little spell hunger. It's more like technically it exists, rather than, oh my god, watch out for the hunger. Are you resistant to fire, or immune? You know what? I'm not gonna fight you then. I could, and I could kill you, just what would be the point? It would take so long. What are you? Just an angel? Oh, I can take down angels. I've killed angels before. Hell, you caught me before I've even gone, lich. I'm in good shape to kill you. Oh, are you healing yourself? That's so cute. You think you can heal. I'm gonna grab this, not because I intend to use it, because it's such a cool trophy. I'll bring it back. I mean, I'll probably just dump it somewhere when I'm done with it, but... And you never know, maybe there'll be an enemy and it's like, yeah, you know, a Sacred Scourge is one of the fastest serious damage dealing weapons you can use against undeads and demons and the like. Okay. Confuse and stab will just be the easiest way to dispatch you. Between Cloak of Preservation and 1 level of resist fire, the slow damage from being lit on fire is too slow to really be of concern. Oh my god, this looks like a huge chamber of something or the other. And it's very stabbable too. Okay, Anaconda is not stabbable. Wanna blink. Oh my god, that was not blink. End transformation, and... Why the hell did that happen? Put spider form on something that I would never accidentally use. I have no mana left after that little fiasco. And, I'm actually kind of in a bad shape here. I'm gonna back off, quaff a potion of magic, get my mana back, and then just start burning these things before I get constricted to death. Okay, there we go. Better. Much better. This is a very interesting little setup they've got here. I like it. Just beat up the orb of static, why don't you? Oh, you can't see it. That sucks. Well, it's just vapor, so we'll just knock it out. Unfortunately, I am seriously stat-rotted intelligence-wise right now. Let's get out of here. How's my thingy doing? Necromutation 88%. So it's been, I'm learning. Also 38% of the transfer, so there's still lots of way to go for that transfer to finish up. Unassisted skills are still quite reasonable. Tell you what, let's continue funneling my experience directly into where it's wanted. Necro and transmutation. We'll worry about getting Firestorm less than 34% fail later. Also, Royal Jelly, anyone? That is somewhere in the dungeon, right? Yeah. I have plenty of restorabilities. It's not like I lack for those, but might as well double up. Take me to the Abyss. I said take me to the Abyss, and I'll do it while flying. Okay. Drop the Book of Party Tricks. I don't know why you're even carrying it. Drop a couple of the restorabilities potions I've picked up, just so that they're handy for later. And the Sacred Scourge, my trophy. Wow, it's pretty light too. It's almost lighter than my dagger. That should about do it. I'm doing good for mana, I'm doing good for everything. Let's eat me that royal jelly. And that's my true casting, actually. With necromutation is 60%. Back to the fray. That looks like a big enemy. Let's take him out. Storm Dragon Skeleton. Hoping for a lot more than that, but okay. Is there any other, like, good cache of experience I just haven't plucked yet before I head off into Pandemonium? I guess there's the Hall of Blades, but I don't want to go there. That place can actually fuck you up something serious. Especially if you're reliant on spells that have a hard time hitting. Enemies in there move fast and have insane evasion. Hell, it's like trying to hit a sword in the air. Good luck. And just assuming a couple of them have Draining Brand, which, you know, is almost inevitable, there's very good odds that you end up losing more experience than you gain. Although I'm not trying to gain experience for level up purposes, so it might actually work out. I don't know. And it loses that side benefit that you have of being in a place like this, where I am running across items constantly and stockpiling stuff that will prove useful in the future. Like enchant armor scrolls, for example. I'm actually down. I mean, I could use quite a few of those. I don't have very many. I have enough, but you know, I could always use more, and if I end up finding a good piece of armor, I'll... Oh, damn it, that was a typo, and I gained Astral Sight with it. Okay, whatever. Ashen-Zari's Piety is not exactly hard to come by commodity in a place like this. In a place like this, I said, it ain't close in a place like this. Hang on to that, it's always good to have a piece of small food. Last time I ate a piece of big food when I wasn't supposed to, I got attacked pretty brutally in Zod 5. Let's not do that again. Fly. You know, there is a cache of experience I hadn't considered, and that is that ziggurat that I have the entrance to in the main dungeon. I could go there, and I would get all the benefits of getting, you know, new goodies and loot. Don't keep the scroll of fear, please. Unfortunately, I would much rather go there as a lich than go there as myself. The bonus to strength will be nice. The bonus to my casting will be nice. It serves as a spell enhancer for a certain... Oh, well, what was that? Potion of strength, probably. Yeah. Looks like an arm. Whoa, what is all this? This looks interesting. Why aren't you going that way? Go that way. Good old Ashen-Zari pointing me in the direction of the good stuff. You're just a zombie, bro. I kill fucking swamp drakes like they're nothing, and you're a zombie of a swamp drake. What chance did you really think you had? how did you... Wait. 60% fail is for Haunt? Oh, Necromutation is actually very learnable. I don't know if I'm allowed to attempt to learn spells from the Necronomicon yet or not, but I think I probably am. I remember when a single lich was enough to scare me the other direction. God, those days are so over. I will be joining the ranks of the liches shortly. Yeah, Shadowblade started life as a wizard, but really he was always a stabber at heart. He became a stabber, which was always the plan, and then he stopped being a stabber and went back to being a wizard again. It's kind of a nice round way to get here. And I like that he had a culminating moment of his life as a stabber where he killed the royal jelly in one shot. I could have ended the game right then and there, and there would be, like, no question that I was obviously a stabber the whole time. Okay, how is Necromutation with that int rot is actually still pretty good. Potions of Brilliance are very important to collect. Since... Not Brilliance, sorry, Magic are very important to collect. Since I'm relying on the orb, so I will always be at risk of suddenly having no mana and needing to deal with it as fast as possible. Although, I guess when I start going into perma-lich form, I would need to leave lich form to drink that potion, so, you know, it's 50-50 on how beneficial it really is. Yes, I just used Orb of Destruction on a fucking imp. Verily, I am a cruel man. Or Spriggan person thingy. How are we doing for... Considering the stat rot on me, 52% is probably still pretty respectable. I'm more curious about how far till Ash transfer is done. Because once the Ash transfer finishes, I think I'm just going to be like, and that's good enough. And then move on to training, you know, keep it at a trickle so that it gets better, but then focus on training something else. How do I kill this guy usually? I don't want to use Orbs of Destruction on him, but he's immune to fire. I guess he's usually a summon, so that's usually an option. Oh, sweet. More food. Eat it and run. Okay, since these guys are still following me, I'm just gonna go Wand of Cold a couple times. I mean, they're both fire-based, so presumably they're not gonna like it. What can I use to just blow you? There we go. Melee range. And that just boosted all my skills, so okay, it's a good thing I used it. Okay, what's next? Torch you, kick you in the nuts. It's just a merfolk skeleton, but man, does it take some punishment. Mana drain is going to require me to recover my mana somewhere. Oh, a lychee. Yeah, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The most annoying effect, sorry, the most dangerous effect of the crystal ball miscasts is the mana drain, but the most annoying is definitely the stat rot, the occasional loss of intelligence. Because it just sits there and you're like, well, I don't want to burn resources to fix this when really I don't need full intelligence. But that just gets you, that at that point you're accepting a lower level of performance, and that's annoying because, you know, as a player you always want to be at your top. It was a bit of a stretch, hoping I would get that stab. Just a way to gain back some mana while hanging around. Damn it! Another fail. Okay, I've got to stop using the crystal ball at zero-ish mana. Just because I'm so impatient. 5, let's wait till it's at least 10 and then we'll use it again. But ultimately, at this point, I'm just abyss surfing, and as you can see, I can do it pretty easily. I mean, I was able to do it fairly effectively, you know, several levels ago. Before, like, level 22 of 23, I was already able to do this. Okay, I was at 23 mana. That should not have... or 15 mana. I should not have had a fail summon, or a fail orb there. Of course, the fact is that I can just stand here and use my Dagger of Pain on these things, and it's fast enough that I'm still dealing significant damage. Okay. Mana back. In we go. How's that training going? Wow, we're not even done with the transfer yet. We're still getting there. Leather armor of MR is useless to me. I have enough base MR that I don't feel the need for itemized enhancements necessarily. What's my other means of killing people? Disable and knock you out that way. There we go. You, I can just punch until you're down. That's probably just the Curari tip needles repeated multiple times, yeah. How about you come closer so that I can line up a double shot? Excellent. Mana back. Knock out. Mana back. Heal up. Knock out. Knock out. No new negative mutations is good. Oh yeah, baby. Ignore that. Another gateway leading out of the abyss. I'm still not done with the transfer, so I'm not going to leave yet. But necromutation is... yeah, if I got +7 intelligence by clearing out of this condition, I'm fairly confident that necromutation is going to be at like 30% or less fail, which is really good. That said, given how frequently I'm going to cast it, I obviously want it to be as good as I can get it. To blow up the Ifrit, since he's going to prove to be a pain otherwise. Fireball the Rakshasas to get rid of the clones, and then use good weaponry on the actual ones. Alright, this place is going to get crowded if I don't kill the generator. Excellent. Do you really think that you have a chance? Here, I'm going to fireball myself just to prove a point. I'm not even afraid of my own weaponry. Okay, I am afraid of my own firestorm. That I will give you. Anything to identify at all? Just ID it. Rod of Destruction in ice flavor. Excellent. 1313 is actually a pretty good one too. Next time I have to dispatch some fire immune ice vulnerable enemy, I'll know what to do. And what's the top of this? Metamorphosis. What does that mean? Temporarily changes. Okay, whatever. Yeah, from 9 MP I was able to channel my way back up just fine with the ball. Sometimes you just hit a bad luck streak, I guess is all there is to it. Wield, Rod of Destruction, Veil, throw an icicle at you. That was not... whatever. Okay, why does it keep doing that? That's why apparently I have a macro set for the letter B, which just isn't relevant right now, but has been... anytime I tried to evoke B and it didn't work, it would assume that I was just hitting the letter B and spam casting my scrying ability. Mercifully, Ashlensari piety is gained in significant amount by exploring while cursed, so I'm doing good. You know what? Just get me out of the abyss. Just get me out of the abyss. Okay, don't get me out of the abyss. Assholes. Ditch the Wand of Cold. You know that wand I just ditched? Go pick it up. It's gonna be fun. Ditch the Wand of Cold. I have a Staff of Freezing. Or of Ice. I mean, I have my version of that. Mana back. Torch. Mana back. Oh my god, from 35 to 0. Torch. Torch. Brain is dead. Necromutation is 34% fail. And that is 3/4 of the transfer through. Let's go ahead and use a restore ability. No, I haven't found one in a while, though. If I find a new one, I'll use it. Because, if it's 34% fail with -7 int, it's probably like 20% fail without. And that's just about good enough. I did say I was going to stay until the Abyss until the transfer was done, and that is the plan. Once the transfer is done, I will either commence another transfer to power my... no, to get the Firestorm castable, or I'll just get the hell out of here because Abyss is boring and I want to move on. Come on, give me something to do. I can put you to sleep, right? Yeah, I can put you to sleep. That's an easy stab. You probably can't be put to sleep. Oh, yes you can. No, you can't. Okay, never mind. Well, you know what you can be is torched. Alright. 80% transfer complete. Come on, just finish this thing off. 82% transfer complete. So it seems like killing enemies is the best way, and bigger enemies are obviously worth more. Like, that guy's probably gonna help my 82 go up. $83. All my mana just ran out, so I need to hide. Or something. Mana back. Yeah, put you to sleep. That's 1. That's 2. That's multiples. That's multiples. And my MR is good enough that they're not actually going to be able to teleport me anytime soon. And how did that help our thing? It just it barely helped our case. 84%. Shit. I just happened by a vampire who didn't see me. I'm untraining my stealth, but I'm still super stealthy. Oh, you know something? It told me what the expected knowledge transfer level would be when I was done, and I did not take into account that I would continue training it. So it's gone much higher than that initial amount, because I also have really good transmutation aptitudes as a Spriggan, and oh, this just makes so much more sense now. Okay. Anyway, the transfer is almost done, so we'll just let it end naturally, and then we'll be done with this. Oh, what is this? It's a diva. Drink a potion of brilliance. It's time to have some fun. Firestorm. At 2% fail. And significantly reduced hunger costs. Okay. Significantly reduced is perhaps an overstatement given that my intelligence was as low as it was to begin with. But we just nailed that whole area, which was great. And at the cost of significant hungering, but significant again, relative to what? Relative to none, yes, but what spells? Freezing Cloud. That's a good distribution for it. And we'll follow it up with the same. Hell hogs apparently are not immune to hell, which is nice. Yeah, man, even level 7 spells aren't hungerless. I'm just so bad off right now. Did I have I feel like I had this rod before. Inaccuracy, Magma, and Cold. No, that's not the same one. Oh, Cursed Rod of Destruction. So I must have had the similar rod before. At some point. I seem to recall wanting to go... It's been a very long run is all. Okay, the Ifrit actually succumbed to my confusion spell, which was nice, but I wasn't there to follow up on it right away. And you're not immune to fire, so just burn a Hellhog to death. And the transfer is complete. Transmutations is now higher than necromancy, so I'm going to trickle transmutations and focus necromancy. Necromutation is 21% fail with -7 to my intelligence. So presumably it's much better at full intelligence. Let's learn it. I don't have that many levels. Okay, I'm 3 short. What do I need to get rid of to make space? Well, how about regeneration? I can only use that outside of lich form anyway. No. That could save your life someday. How about spider form? You know, that thing I picked up only so that I could train transmutations? Yeah, that's the one that we're getting rid of. Unfortunately, I have to get out of the abyss or find an amnesia scroll to do it. You know what? To hell with my eating. Let's finish this vid. Let's get out of the abyss. Lord knows I've only found 1,000,000 doors so far, so it shouldn't be that hard. And, once I'm out of the abyss, I'll set up my spells, and then we'll go from there next time. Decide how bad the castability on Firestorm really is, and how much it merits direct attention to fix. That was a fail drain, is what it was, or a fail channel. That was a successful channel. Oh, come on, there's gotta be a way across this. Just random weapons from all of the skeletons I took down, probably. Abomination. Ooh. Hidden chamber. Fire. And take down. Take down. And you know, if it takes me a little bit too long to get out, I don't really mind. I just keep doing my thing. We're gonna go ahead and turn back on the conjurations of fire. So maybe just the conjurations. Just because that is going to be my next big concern of I can't afford to have this low spell power firestorm that miscasts half the time. The thing about necromutation is you can put it on outside of combat just as often as not, so even with a reasonable spell fill to it, it should be okay. Get me out of here! Damn, it really takes a while to find an exit when you want one, doesn't it? Can't do anything to me, you're just a golden eye. Oh! Brill. Brilliance. I saw it. It was just back there. Okay, just up here. No, that's a stone. Damn it, it's gone already. So you get for playing too fast for your own good. Alright, on we go. Boldly going forward because we can't find reverse. Blizzard Demon, eh? How about you just die? That work for your schedule? Wait a minute. Is this hungering? Wow. I have suffered a lot of intelligence rot, because I'm at the point where even my level 6s are significant hungering. And this guy just took even more, so I'm down almost half. I'm down 11 points. I think this is a reasonable time to go ahead and cure out of it. 21%, necromutation 12%. Oh, hell yes. Once we get necromutation to 10 or under, I'm gonna turn off training on transmutations. I will keep it on a necro just for a while at least, since I got this awesome pain dagger that I do want to keep buffing. Come on. I know that I can kill bone dragons with persistence and lots and lots of fire bolts, so that's what I'm doing. Oh man, I just had my int back. Why does it have to drain already? Boo-hoo. I should start wearing like sustainabilities rings or something. Wouldn't that be a sight? Another bread ration, please. I just picked one up, so I'd like to eat it now. Come on, get me out of this place. It really never fails when you're not looking for exits. Wait, that might be it, that might be it. Oh, it's a Hell Sentinel. The fuck am I gonna get past him? He is one of the enemies that still scares me. Hellfire with this low an HP count is terrifying. I just stabbed one, that was cool. Unfortunately, this one followed me out. What we're gonna do is initiate a teleport just to get around him. I don't need to fight him yet. But he is probably loose on that floor now, which is, in its own way, kind of concerning. Oh well, that's a problem for next time. Spider form. Take me to the envenomations, and we will unlearn this. Spider form is unlearned. Okay, it's official. I have, okay, it's not official yet. It is now official. I have picked up necromutation. Please replace my X spell with the appropriate X. Capital X will be regeneration, just because, but necromutation needs to be on X. How hungering is it to cast necromutation? Reasonably? And then you're a lich, and suddenly hunger no longer matters to you. Let's do a celebratory firestorm. It is a glorious thing. We must make accordingly our plans. Nyx transmutation. Necromancy will be trained for the sake of improving the power behind the spell and just getting it up to 16-ish or so. And conjurations of fire will continue to be trained so that we can work on our firestorm. And there shall lie the peace. Actually, what would be smarter is to just acknowledge that that necromancy is a -1, transmutations is a +3, so it'll be easier to train. Well, it's already probably it's 5 levels higher, so never mind. I do need to boost my fighting and my armor, so that I can start wearing better armor and I can have a little bit more of a health buffer. But that's all for later. For now, I will see you guys next time.